another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making Vitumbuwa or Kitumbua. It's an East African dish that uses rice. It's sweet, and if you've ever had skewers, it's very much like using that method. So let's go ahead and go over the ingredients. This is going to be a two-step method because we'll have to make the batter and then we'll have to wait for the batter to rise. So let's go ahead and discuss the ingredients. Here I have 3 cups of rice that I soaked overnight, and then I just ran it under hot water right now and making sure all the water soaks through. I have got 1 can of coconut milk that I just put it in the microwave for about a minute to make it warm so that it rises faster. I have got 12 tablespoons of sugar. Now I tried lessening the sugar when I was playing around with the recipe, but it doesn't come out very sweet. It's not very good. If you want to try and lessen the sugar, that's fine, you can go ahead and do that. I have got half a teaspoon of yeast, and I've got some cardamom powder here that we're going to be adding this all in there. So let's go ahead, and what you're going to need, the most important thing you're going to need is this skewer frying pan, or this one says it's a pancake by Nordic Ware, pancake poppers, and I got this on Amazon, so I know Amazon carries it. So let's go ahead and add everything in our blender here. Okay, and if you just run it under warm water, it's just gonna give it a heads up to start getting the yeast to start fermenting. Now this is I used to be very much not comfortable making this recipe. It used to scare me to make this recipe for some reason. I was really intimidated until my mom showed me how to do it. So this is actually my mom's recipe, and once I saw how she did it, it was just so easy that I couldn't believe why I would be so intimidated by making this. So for all of you out there, if I can do it, you can do it. So we're going to go ahead and add our coconut milk in here. This is not sweetened coconut milk. This is just regular coconut milk. And then let's go ahead and add our yeast in here. And we're going to go ahead and add our cardamom in here, and we're going to start blending this. Now you don't need a high-tech blender. I just have one. But okay, halfway through, we're just going to go ahead and add our sugar in here. Give it a stir. And start our blender back up again. And this would be a great time to do a taste test. So if you feel like, it's not sweet enough, you could add more sugar in there. So this is the consistency you want it to be. When you feel it in your hands, it doesn't have to be completely fine like how we do the kate, but close enough. I mean, if there's a little bit of things in there, it's okay, but on the most part, it's pretty much a nice blended batter right there. So we're gonna leave this to rise, and then when we come back, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna start putting this in the frying pan and getting it all cooked up. I just wanted to show you what the batter is going to look like when it's fermented. If you want to zoom in here, you can see these little bubbles in there, and the mixture just seems very much more fluffier. So this is what the batter looks like. So we're just going to add, if you want to zoom into here, just a little bit of oil. You don't want to put too much. Actually, you don't need any, but by not using oil, they become really dry. So I choose to add the oil in there. And then we're gonna see if and see how you hear that sizzle? That means it's done. And you can use anything I just have a scoop here. It's easy for me to use that. Anything else and then if you have the non-stick, make sure that you only use either a spaghetti or a bamboo stick or some chopsticks for removing these, so you don't get scratches on your pan. And believe me or not, this is only my second time of making these. So if I can do it, seriously, you can do it too. So, and I want to thank Fatima Walji for the chopsticks. I just wanted to show you from Korea. She was here and she gave me these chopsticks and I use them. So now when you see you'll see a little crust forming. What you want to do is just want to take your bamboo stick and just turn it. Just like so. And I've got some that I've already made here, and the reason why I went ahead and did it was because they're really hot. They just came out. I wanted you to see the inside, how nice it is. It's all cooked. Really nice crust. It's still smoking. So you just want to make sure that you've got a crust on both sides before you take them out. And once you start getting it goes really, really fast. And I know there's an electric version of this pan too. I have not tried it myself, but I've heard that it works just as well. So you've got the bottom nice and crusty. I'm going to show you one more time. So again, we're going to put that little bit of oil in there. Just so it covered that little bottom, just to keep it moist. You can add them 3/4, or you can add all the way up to the top. It's up to you. The size will differ. If you put it all the way to the top, they're going to be much bigger. And if you just fill them like half, they're going to be mini. They're actually really, really fun to make. Okay. And we're just, again, gonna wait just so that we see some crust, just a little bit of drying on the ends. Like if you see here, see how it's drying, and I can see that crust underneath. And I'm just gonna turn it just like so. So this concludes our episode on how to make kitumba or vitumbuwa, however you say it. I'm gonna give it a taste test here. Soft on the inside, crusty on the outside. Such a great snack. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope to see you here next time with another great recipe. See you then, friends.